Hello everyone. I'm afraid I'm in despair. With the current lockdown, I'm listening to a lot of English being spoken, both on television and the wireless, and I'm increasingly coming across faulty grammar and poor pronunciation. It seems that this is no longer confined to the illiterates of our society, but has spread to the so-called educated classes. This is extremely depressing, and I feel this decline in the quality of our English language, as it is being spoken today, has to be arrested before it's too late. This is the first of a number of short tutorials I'm going to be giving, and each one will be pointing out a few glaring examples of faulty English. Let's start with sit. Now, the verb to sit, it's a very simple verb, but it's misused so often and it is so infuriating. I mean, English verbs normally have two forms to determine the present tense. These signify the finite present and the ongoing present. In this case, sit and sitting. We sit down because we are tired. Or we are sitting down because we are tired, but not we are sat down because we are tired. Really, I find this extremely annoying how people so often say that. They mean to be saying they're sitting down, but they say we're sat down. Anyway, the problem arises even more often when the ongoing present is put into the past. We were sitting down because we were tired, and not we were sat down, which is so often heard. I mean, we were sat down actually means we were sat down by someone else. You could say we were sat down on the bench by the irate policeman. Well, that's perfectly reasonable English. But that's not the way it's being used, I'm afraid, most of the time. Anyway, so that's my main gripe of this tutorial, but we'll have one more, and that is another point of grammar which seems to have become almost universally accepted in spite of clearly being incorrect. This is the lazy use of like instead of as though, or you could say as if. Predominantly used after the verbs look or seem, like is wrong. As though or as if is right. Let's have some examples. It looks as though he's not coming. Not it looks like he's not coming. The rule is that like should be followed by a noun, but not to introduce a verbal clause. He plays like an expert, or he plays as though he's an expert, but not he plays like he's an expert. Sadly, more and more supposedly educated people no longer seem to make this distinction. Now, I'm going to leave it from there because if you do too many points or things, or the whole video goes on for too long, people will get bored and probably turn off, which may well be what you're thinking of doing now. So before you go, please make note of where you can find a bit more information about this depressing decline in the English language, and how you can look up my next tutorial, which I shall make in the next few days. I'll give you a few days just between each one. Righto, thank you very much for listening and watching, and I hope that you've learnt something. You probably should have known it already, but perhaps you might not have been putting it into practice. Make sure you do from now on. Let's get this lovely English language spoken correctly again. All right? Thank you very much. Until the next time. Bye.